How's everybody doing? My name is Mike, and today we got with us Miss Layla. And what we're gonna do today is you see I have a cane with me. I'm actually using it as it's a dog training tool called a heel stick. So you use it just like a horse trainer would. We use it in front of the dog, and if I wanted to back her up, I could just put it kind of close to her chest and even bump her chest real lightly. Especially with this boxer, she is very sensitive. She's pretty skittish. There's a lot of fear there, and we can help reduce that with training. So when they're real sensitive, we have to be real careful with them not to spook them. So we got to move real slow. If you saw the first video with her, she was a little reactive on the leash, kind of trying to bite the leash, trying to get away. And what that is you're seeing a dog who is going through the fight or flight state. The dog is trying to get away from me. That's why she was biting the leash. But in order to teach the dog leash manners and how to heel, she has to be used to using a leash, and she has to get used to pressure, and we try to do that in the least stressful way as possible. Now that brings me to this tool. It makes it real easy to get the dog just like this right behind me. Now, it seems like every time I take out any kind of stick, people think I'm going to hit the dog, but you would never ever want to strike your dog under any circumstance. You would absolutely lose all of her trust in doing that. Again, we use this just to back her up if I need to back her up a little bit, and eventually I won't have to use this anymore. It is just to start teaching her how to heel. She had a very bad pulling problem. As soon as you get on the leash, she's going to pull everywhere. So we're going to start walking here. Heel. Anytime I want her to walk with me, I say the word heel. And so what happens is I take this, I take the heel stick and I put it in front of her when she's rushing in front of me, and then when she's not, I take it away, and when she's rushing, I put it back. So you kind of get this thing going on where it's coming out and going back in. So I'm gonna walk a little bit faster. And again, the whole goal is for her to be able to heel a little easier without feeling the need to rush and look behind her. And it just makes it easier for her to stand next to me this early in the game with her. She's only been with me for a couple days, but this is how we teach her to start walking next to us. Each dog is different. Some dogs it's easier to teach, some dogs it's quicker, some dogs don't need anything, some dogs need a ton of work. Some dogs, a heel stick works real good. I mean, she's responded very well with this. You know, some dogs will run right into it. She avoids it a little bit. If she taps it with her nose, I can actually also use the leash to correct her a little bit and use the heel stick, and that will set me up to soon when I don't have to use the heel stick, I can just take the leash and just correct her like that to get her next to me. But for now, it's going to make it easier to teach her to stay behind me with walking with a heel stick. So you could use an object like a cane like this. You could use just to keep her at your side. And a dog like this who is so skittish, this is going to keep her much calmer staying at my side rather than having her in front of me. When the dog's in front, they're encountering anything that comes up to you first, and they kind of are the leader at that point. They're making a decision on what they're going to do with whatever you encounter on the walk. So you want to be the one in front. And again, like I said, she's a little fearful, so every time she looks back behind us, I'm going to discourage that by just giving her a tug on the leash. But when I walk her, the most important thing we want is she has a training collar on, so we want this leash and collar loose. Okay, we want it loose just like that. I don't want tension like this. I don't want to walk the dog like this. That could injure the dog's neck. We always walk the dog like this. We need to learn to control the dog mentally and keep the dog next to us rather than physically holding the dog where we want her. So we have to, even when standing still, the leash should always look like this, heel. And if she does something that I don't want, then I will create tension like that for a moment, and it goes back loose. So again, if I stop and she keeps going, look, I pull and then it goes loose again. So heel, if I stop, good girl, heel. Good girl, heel. I'm saying good girl because she's stopping. Good girl, good job, good girl, heel. Good her off. Good job. So that's it. That when we come out here, we just practice her walking at heel position, then I let her go to the bathroom. That's a different command that we do just to make sure we're controlling every part of the dog's life. So when we come out here, we make sure the dog's at heel, we use the heel stick, and pretty soon the heel stick will disappear and we'll just use a leash to control the dog.